So, good afternoon, coaches. We are here with yet another case study presentation by Kavitha. She is practicing holistic nutrition from past 2 years, based from Coimbatore. Kavitha, kindly introduce yourself. I think most of you know her. She's been quite active with all the quiz thing and the morning 9 a.m. sessions. I mean, whoever are attending know her. Yeah. So, over to you, Kavitha.
Yeah, thank
Give
you.
you small
Thank you,
introduction.
Soumya, and thank you, Revati ma'am, and thank you all the coaches for joining here. And I'm Kavitha, and basically I'm an engineering in graduation and post graduation, and my work is full of software. And by my own interest, I stepped into this nutrition field, and then I've learned what is nutrition and gradually learned what is holistic nutrition. And now I'm here to present a case in front of all of you. Thank you for the opportunity. Can we go ahead to see the case? Yes.
Yes, Kavitha.
Yes, we are waiting.
Fine. Okay. So today my case titled as Lessons at the Crossroads Care. And before stepping into the detailed history of the case, we are going to see how this title is connected to the case Lessons at the Crossroads of the Care. Here you are seeing that I am standing in front of the two paths, and I am going to share with you all what are the lessons at what I've learned at the two paths. And how the title Lessons at the Crossroads of the Care connects to this case. So here, as you've seen in the picture, the crossroad symbolizes the two paths which I experienced. One is the prescriptive diet chart based practice, the medicalized like a prescription one. And the another one is the holistic practice, which we all know that beyond diet charts. And the lessons are as a learning experience as a practitioner rather than seeing as a failure. And here the care is focused on individual, personalized connection and guidance and not merely on food and prescriptions. So this is how I connected my experience with the title Lessons at the Crossroads of the Care. Okay. So here we are going to see who is my client and her details and her health concerns. And my client is a female, 38 years old, and her occupation is a senior software engineer. She's married and her education is undergraduate in engineering, and she belongs to semi-urban residential type. And her weight is 98 kg and her height is 167 centimeter and the BMI is 35.1. And her health concerns, and the primary health concern is type 2 diabetes where her HbA1c is 11.3 and her fasting blood sugar is 290 milligram per deciliter. She has type 2 diabetes since last 3 years and other comorbidities are she is obese and she has extreme tiredness and she has acidity and gastritis. And due to this, her daily life is affected by the energy fluctuations, sometimes very drained and sometimes very fresh in the morning. And there is no proper diet and work stress and there is a gastrointestinal discomfort. And the family medical history of hers is her mother is type 2 diabetes since last 14 years and she has 3 siblings and all her sisters and her elder sister is a pre-diabetic level since last year. And her 24 hours of food recall. She used to wake up at 5:30 a.m. and in an hour she used to have a coffee of 100 to 150 ml and in the next 2 hours she used to have a breakfast. She is a rice lover. So mostly her breakfast, lunch and dinner will have rice or any vegetable as a poriyal and curd. And in the mid-morning meal, she used to have a coffee, which is almost 100 to 150 ml. And along with the coffee, she used to prefer roasted peanuts or any fruit along with the coffee. And as a lunch, as I shared earlier, she's a rice lover. And by 5:30 p.m., she used to have a tea and the snacks, sometimes as a sundal and sometimes as a fried foods like murukku, mixture, chips. And by 8 to 9, she used to have dinner and the water intake per day is 2 to 3 liters. And the food preferences from the 24 food recall will all come to know that her preferences will be rice and roasted peanuts, vegetables and non-vegetarian. And her appetite status is moderate to higher. She used to crave for snacks occasionally and she was observed emotionally eating patterns and she also followed a previous diet plan from the period of July 2024 to October 2024 and also from December 2024 to February 2025 over a period of 6 months, which is 3 months separately. And her lifestyle assessment. She used to have a disturbed sleep mostly in the middle or mid of the sleep at 1 or 2 a.m. Other than that, her sleep pattern is good and there is no physical activity in any type and she mostly works on the screen. So she has a sedentary life and her hydration habits is water, juice, tender coconut water and porridge sometimes. And there is no tobacco or alcohol substance usage. And the 7 areas of life. The physical health is 10% because there is no any kind of movement has not been as observed. The movement which she used to do was walking from a kitchen to her working place or going to a bathroom from her bathroom or restroom from her working place and rarely to a nearby vegetable shop. So this is a kind of movement which she used to do her in her daily routine. And the financial health is 80%. As she is a senior software engineer, she used to earn quite well and her husband is an entrepreneur. So both of them can easily manage their expenses quite well. And coming to vocational health, it is a 70%. She's a very happy and proud to be a senior software engineer and as she leads the team. Meanwhile, she doesn't balance her work life and her meal or sometimes with the family life. And her social life was a 50% because she used to balance at both the ends. She used to comfortable with joining with others. At the same time, she's very fine to be on her own. And the relationship is a 70%. She has a strong relationship with her child, husband and mother. With her sisters, her relationship is good. Meanwhile, with her cousins, the relationship was not smooth, which leads to worry and sometimes to anger and stress. And psycho-emotional health is addressed as 40%. Here, she doesn't eat on time. So due to this, she had a very extreme hunger level. And due to that, she have sometimes a frustration or temper or irritation. And this has to be addressed because of her work stress. And the spiritual health is 60%. She is very devoted to God and she believes in worship and faith. At the same time, she'll not follow as a daily practice like a lighting a lamp or offering a flower to a god. So it has been addressed as a spiritual health to be 60%. So area to address. Here the area to address, one is physical health and another one is psycho-emotional health. So why physical health is because she'll not eat on time because of her workaholic nature. So it will prolong her fasting meal time, and she'll end up in a two hunger mode or extreme hunger level mode. Because of that, she doesn't have a portion control when she's eating at a very hunger level, and the structure of the meal plate has to be addressed, and there is no physical activity. The holistic intervention given are initially suggested to have a frequent meal at regular intervals, and I can see that there is a slight visible changes in the portion, and she started moving, initially for walking for 20 minutes, and she concentrated on mindful eating with guidance. And the next area to address is psycho-emotional health because of her work stress and anger. The holistic intervention given is breathing exercise to start with a deep inhale and exhale twice a day, and initiated a daily journey, the self-analysis on dietary part and the emotion part. So here you can see the progress timeline in the two roads. One is non-holistic path and the holistic path. So in non-holistic path, I used to give a diet chart weekly once, and I never ever seen her meal pick, and I used to suggest to start walking. But over a period of those 6 months, she never ever started doing walking or any physical activity, and she lost 1.5 kg in the entire period. In the holistic part, when I given a holistic intervention over a period of 1 month, she started doing the journaling, and she started sharing her meal pick without any hesitation, and she started doing the physical activity, and she also did the breath work and mindful eating. And you can see a sample, a week analysis of a client, how she felt on that week on her eating habit, as well as a physical habit, as well as on her emotional part. So, and the interventions I planned further to address for her is eating on time, first one. Because she has a workaholic nature, she used to change her mode from, that is from work mode to a meal time whenever she feel very hunger or extreme hunger. So it has to be addressed to be eating on time. And then I've planned for breathing exercise and a 2-minute walk at a regular interval of 2 hours, because she's working has a very sedentary life, and she's sitting in front of the screen more than 3 hours or highest is 5 hours continuously without doing any work like getting up from the chair or nothing. So intervention, the plan is to take a 2-minute break in one interval of 1 or 1.5 hours and for a breathing exercise. And the next is I came to know she lost her dad in 8th standard. So detailed history taking would guide me how to be progressed further. This is the another intervention I planned. And she started with a weekly journey, and I plan to do to progress further to make her to do a daily journaling and creative visualization of how she wants to be, and working time from 20 minutes to 30 minutes. This is the further interventions I planned, but I have not failed here. I have just found few ways that won't work. So we all come across the Thomas Alva Edison quotes, right? I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And with this quote, I am happy to share the lessons. What I learned is a diet chart doesn't work for all. It's all about lifestyle or habit learning. Each client we meet reflects back our own learning and growth. How in this cases, like I practice to be a non-judgmental when listening to a client, and I started or resumed the physical activity after 2 to 3 years. And I learned the value of being persistent while maintaining consistency with the support of holistic tools. And I started practicing that listening is more powerful than instructing and when to stop it. So these are the lessons which I've learned from this journey. And thank you for the opportunity and open to any questions, please. Can I stop sharing, ma'am?
Yes, yes, Kavita. I think you can
Yes,
stop
yes, Kavita, you
sharing.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Thank you so much, Kavita. That was wonderful because we could see that many of the people who have recently started being active in holistic nutrition, they have so many doubts whether they can take up a case or not, whether they can succeed or not, right? So it's not about
Yes.
success. Like Sir said, it is always every case and every client is like a book to us. It's a learning for us. So I think your case study, sums up everything for that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So others, if you want to ask her something, you can ask. Otherwise, anything that she might, improve in her practice, you can suggest, give her suggestions as well.
Hi, Kavita. First of all, thank you so much for coming up with such kind of presentations because we've been doing cases, case presentations where we have been able to see some outcomes and stuffs like that. But you are opening a new journal where you are sharing your learnings. Okay, this is how it works. It's not about always measured outcome. Sometimes it is like more of that quality, right? And quality cannot be measured, it is formless. So thank you so much.
Thank
So
you,
coaches,
ma'am.
you have any questions?
Thank you for your words, ma'am.
Kavita,
Any
I have a question.
Yes, Soumya.
Like you said, right, that your client has lost her father when she was in eighth standard, right? Usually they say, right, fathers are like, they're protective and a child feels comfortable. Since she lost her father at a very early age, her weight gain is it an indication that she feel less protected or like, how do you see this?
Because I came to know that like her father death is very sudden death. Okay, so they never expected because as they belong to a former family, he was working on a well near the current something he was working that, and due to the shock he has died very suddenly. Then no one was
Oh.
expected.
Mm.
So, and they have not accepted at earlier stages, the whole family. And I've questioned her. Initially, she's hesitated to share, but I've noted that I have to step into that part very deeply, but have to, that has been stopped.
Okay, okay. Is she the elder one among the
No,
three
in
siblings?
last younger one.
Younger one. Okay, okay. That's all, Kavita. Thank you.
Fine.
So Kavita, I would like to hear from you, like what exactly you're learning from this case, overall summary of this case, your learnings alone.
Um, my learning first, I have to practice and I have to experience before instructing to the client. So then only it will, I'll experience what they are saying or what their experience. So this is
Okay,
one of
so
the best learning I will.
you gave her a lot of holistic tools, right? So which one did she follow? Um, or otherwise, I can say like which one you have followed, and okay, you were able to see. I practiced this, and I was able to make the client do it. So, is there any specific tools which you were able to make her do, or the other way around also, which you couldn't make her do?
Which I made her do was like journaling and physical activity because with here Tanya ma'am was also there because in the internship only I've learned this value, and I started the doing the physical activity during the internship period at this June month. So after during parallelly, I have taken this case, and to my surprise, she also started walking, and she had, which is this is the one of the best part which I can share, that what I practiced, and she also made it. And another thing which I cannot made is like a belief, because of the pulses, or she has a gastritis problem, and the doctor advised her not to take pulses, and she's not able to come out of the belief, or the past experiences, or the past experience which she had. Even nowadays, I'm also working on some belief which I'm still holding on to it. So this is the two main things which I can or I didn't make.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And were you able to figure out, like, see, diabetes, we usually say when the person is
No.
perceiving life, okay, there is no sweetness left in my life. So were you able to figure out what could be the root cause for this
Um, I
onset
didn't,
of diabetes?
because earlier I was only concentrated on diet chart. When I'm stepped into the holistically, I came to know that she's not ready to share the details. So this part I want to crack it, but I didn't make it. This is the truth where it has been lost. So the sweetness, whether with friends or family members, or with started from her father death, because her mother has also had a diabetes of since last 14 years. So there may be a chances or probability of from there, but I couldn't crack this.
Thank you so much, Kavita. So, coaches, any questions?
Kavita, I could see that she has no good relationship with her cousins, right?
Yes.
Her cousins and her workaholic nature and her gastritis, I could see a connection happening here. Do you also see that?
I didn't notice this, but I'll make a note of this.
Okay.
So first of all, congratulations, Kavita.
Ma'am, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
So is this an ongoing case or are you done?
No, ma'am, I've done. Actually, I handled her last 6 months without holistic tools or holistic interventions, anything. And she was had a break of nearly 5 months, and she again came on May end, I guess. But this time also, I was very consistent, like that. I have to address in holistic way. But it took for us to get into my mode. It will take 15 days, and she had tried for only 1 month.
Mm.
This is a 1 month which I shared is a 1 month progress with the holistic interventions.
Okay.
At
So you
present,
have,
she's not there, ma'am.
okay.
It's not. I'm not handling.
Okay. So it really requires guts to present a case where we don't see much progress. So congratulations on that, first of all. And on the second note, as a holistic coach, we took 5 to 6 years to develop all these things on us. That's where we got to see the results on to the clients. So to understand them, we need to transform. So you started that. So wonderful. So to simplify, probably, rather than cracking why HbA1c is high or why the weight gain is high, simple issues like you mentioned one point that she has anger issues.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
could you able to at least understand what is she angry for?
Yes, ma'am. To her story, she had this property issue with her cousins, not with her sister. So that makes her worry, and that leads to that rise her anger level very much. First is there, and the next is whenever her meal time is surpassed. When her kid comes near to her at the time, or husband, she used to raise her voice with her anger tone, and with a little temperament and all. She herself she realized herself this, And I want to address also like from where she had got this too much anger from her father or mother or her sister, but I didn't do that.
We don't get it from anyone. It is our own, Kavita. It is our own.
Yes.
It is not property or house to take it from elders. It is our own inbuilt.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I thought she's a younger, there may be some attraction from any one of their elder sisters or parents, like raising a voice and
Okay.
address
So,
anger.
so my second question, since she practiced journaling, was this letting out of her anger, or since she realized that she herself mentioned it, she might be carrying the guilt of that anger. Did you try to let out these two things through journaling?
No, ma'am, because it is only 1 month, and daily I used to follow for daily journaling, and I end up with a weekly journaling for every week. And I made her to address what emotion she was going through for a day, because whenever she had a meetings up to 9 or 10, from starting from morning 9 to 10, how she feel the whole day, or morning how, and afternoon or in the evening. And there was some connection to it, but as I said, I need to work on it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kavita, and good luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
Congratulations, Kavita, being an engineering graduate. You have done so well. Congrats.
Thank you, Maida.
Actually, I don't have any questions as such. I'm just learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hi Kavita, Danya here.
Hi, ma'am.
That was a wonderful case study. Did you present the same thing in our internship?
Ma'am, yes.
Okay,
I've informed them already, like I presented the same case in internship. But that was at that time it was in progress, but now it is completed.
got it. See, Kavita, one thing you can still learn from this case is still go through the the storyline. Okay. Though the client is not with you, still go through the case storyline and try to connect the dots. Like as the other senior coaches had, told you where the anger would have come from, or what is the relationship between the cousins and all these things. Apart from the property, apart from the, that you said the anger attraction from the other people and all these things, it is somewhere inbuilt, it has come from. Okay, just try to connect that where it has really started.
Okay.
She knows she's getting angry because of delayed food. She knows how to correct it, but still she's not correcting it.
Yeah.
Right. She doesn't want to correct it, or she still wants to carry that anger as a pleasure. Because sometimes shouting gives a pleasure. Shouting gives that calmness inside. Okay. She wants to put that out through something or the other way. So just try to sit back and connect the dots so that you can send her the healing energies, though she is not with you.
Sure, ma'am. I'll take off note of this and I'll work on it.
Yeah. Keep going, and I would like to see many other case presentations from you. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anyone else? Okay, so along with Danya's, even I would like to add a few points, Kavita. So as you mentioned, she was like overweight. BMI is not normal. So always try to, whenever you do with history taking, no? So you first ask your client to share whatever the presenting complaints are, whatever. See, they might come to you for primary thing. For them, it could be like diabetes, which would have been recently detected, or they've been fighting with for 5 years, 10 years, whatever. They will say like, okay, ma'am, I'm reaching out to you because my diabetes is uncontrolled. Now, as a coach, what we have to do is we have to ask them, what are the other complaints you have? Okay. So what happens is they will come up with maybe another couple of things or more things. It could be chronic, or it could have been like a very short term illness they would have experienced. Okay. So now what we are supposed to do here is you have to ask, like, if suppose they say like, okay, I come to you for diabetes. Okay. Then I also weigh too much. You ask them like, since when they've been weighing too much. Some would say like from since childhood. Some would say like, no, until college I was okay. Then things started moving sometime. I mean, it went out of my way, then I started putting on. So you take up that. Then they might say like, you know what, I'm feeling very tired, or I have too much of hair fall, or they will say like, I have a breathing issue. Make note of every single thing and try to get the year of diagnosis, since when they've been suffering. Sometimes they would have a proper diagnosis report, or sometimes they will say like, you know what, since 7th standard I've been going through this, or since 10th standard I've been going through this. So now what you have to do is take the chronological order. Which one started first?
Okay.
From there, the metabolic imbalance starts. I mean, since you are from an engineering background, I feel you have to learn these things. It is like a domino effect. It will then impact the other organs and eventually will lead to handful of conditions. Okay.
Okay.
And then for each condition, of course, yes, please read this book, You Can Heal Your Life by Louis Hay. Every condition she has given the emotion, then go back, do age regression with the client. Ask like, okay, I would like to know more about it. You said like you've been suffering with wheezing since 7th standard. What exactly happened that time? Okay, what were you going through in your personal space? Then she might come up with some school incident. She might come up with some family incident, something or the other, which has been overlooked by other professionals. But as a coach, we cannot do that. Okay. None of the information shared by the client cannot be taken for granted. Everything connects. Okay. So next time when you do the history taking, make the client speak. Just ask, okay, what are you for? I mean, why you are consulting me today? And keep asking questions. Keep asking questions. What are the other things? What are the physical thing you're going through? Just keep asking, note everything, and then ask for the year, from which age or year they've been going through all these things. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Sure, ma'am.
right, Kavita. So anyone else would like to add anything, ask anything? I think Kavita's presentation is like very straight and simple. So no questions. If that is the case, then yeah, we can end the session today and we can connect tomorrow for our clinical learnings. Okay, on a count of 5, shall I end the session? 5, 4,
Oh, 3.
3. Magita, you're counting or you want to say something?
No, I can't.
Okay, so thank you so much, coaches, for attending today's case presentation, and thank you once again, Kavita, for sharing all your learnings. Bye bye. Take care, coaches. Bye bye.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.